Morning guys! So today we're going to be filming another What We Eat in a Day.
So Amy's over today, it's a Thursday, so that's our day for filming, planning the blog and other fun stuff like that.
Yep.
So we're going to head out for breakfast though. I don't have much in the fridge, and there's a little place nearby that does really good breakfast and lunch. Yeah, paleo options available.
Yeah, we're really lucky that in your area at least there's a lot of actually like paleo cafes.
Yeah.
And a paleo cafe. So what else is there to say?
I don't know, that's about it. I mean, it's a pretty casual day planned, so
We might try and get a bit of work done while we're there as well. We've got our laptops. But yeah, we'll see you guys there. So this is the place that we're going, right? In here.
yep. Okay, let's go.
Well, I know which ones are the healthy ones and I know which ones are the YOLO ones.
Yeah. And I'm gonna get this one. You get.
I got a flat white that is made on almond milk.
And I got an almond milk cappuccino. Not fully paleo, but delicious. Oh, they look so good.
Go for the ceremonial. Oh no! It's like jammy and delicious looking.
Good?
Pretty good. Okay, so the other thing that we were going to just have a little bit of a chat about, we got a few questions about how to eat out when you're doing paleo.
Social situations can be a bit tricky, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's great if you have like restaurants like what we just went to where they're serving paleo food, but most of the time that's not going to be the case. So what do you do when you're stuck at a restaurant that doesn't serve strictly paleo food? Well,
I think it starts, you have to decide whether or not you're going to be strict to your paleo diet or not. Like if you eat paleo at home and when you go out with maybe a partner or closest friends, but it doesn't bother you to kind of stray a little bit when you go out, maybe make that decision. So it kind of saves you the stress. But then again, if you are really serious about paleo, you're doing it for certain health reasons or just for personal reasons that you want to do it
if you have a legitimate food sensitivity or allergy or intolerance, or you're trying to or you're trying to, you know, a lot of people are doing like autoimmune paleo for certain therapeutic reasons.
Diseases,
Then I think that it's legit. You just say to your friends or whoever you're with, you know, I don't eat gluten, I don't eat dairy.
For health reasons or for personal reasons, and just I think drop the emotional attachment around it and just tell them this is what I need, and most people will understand. And then just don't make a fuss about it.
And I think as long as you're polite and everything, the waiter is usually happy to check with the kitchen or make some changes to the meal. It might only mean that you have like one or two options.
Yeah.
But
But oftentimes, most places you can just get like a piece of fish with some
Yeah.
vegetables or a steak.
I think you have to kind of come to terms with it as well.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of depends. Most of the time I don't really long for like bad foods, but if you're like, or you can make choices like, if you really want to get a pizza, get it on a gluten-free base. It's not going to be the best, but if you just make that choice, okay, well I'm going out, I'm going to just be gluten-free. You know, you can still get some things that are kind of naughty, but you haven't completely blown it. Don't feel guilty
And then
about
you always
it.
feel better after the meal anyway. Like, I feel like I sit there going, oh, I wish I could have that, you know, cheesy pizza that like my friend's having. And then afterwards, I'm kind of like, oh, I'm really glad I just had something light that made me feel good when everyone else is complaining how tired and
Gross they feel.
after the meal. I mean, it's not always like that, but sometimes you think, oh, I like saved myself.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just having a light lunch. We're pretty full still from our sort of breakfast brunch. It was a pretty dense meal, so what we're doing is just a salad with some lettuce, carrot, onion, a bit of nuts, sunflower seeds, an orange, beetroot, and just a little bit of sliced chicken on top. We're not too hungry.
Not really hungry, so it's a pretty light salad. So if you wanted to make that more dense or something, you could put in some avocado. You could dress it with some olive oil. You could use some like cold potato if you had any. But yeah, so let's get to it. Okay, so the other random thing I've been kind of snacking on lately is like these little nori wrappers. So this is literally just like the big squares that I just cut it up into little rectangles. I don't know if you like the taste of nori. I don't mind it. I like that it's like crunchy. And I'm not really eating this for the purpose of like energy though, obviously, because there's going to be like no energy in a nori wrapper. But it's a really good source of iodine, because not many people eat a lot of like seafood and seaweeds. Apart from iodized salt, which I don't actually mind iodized salt. I don't know, what about you?
I don't know, I think
Like, I know that some people are kind of a bit funny about...
I use it periodically, I just swap my salts around.
Like, personally, I don't have a problem with iodized salt because it's put in there for a reason, because we don't eat like the things that we should. Other people don't like the fact that they're messing with your salts, but I don't know, if anyone has any opinions about iodized salts, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Of course, always being respectful with your opinions, but I'd like to hear what your thoughts are on that. Okay, so we're just having a bit of afternoon tea. So we've got some banana bread. We could probably link the recipe below. It's actually Pete Evans' recipe. I think it's from his family food book if you've got that one. But yeah, it's just pretty much bananas and almond flour and coconut flour. So I've also got a cup of tea. It's a cinnamon tea. I've really been enjoying this one at the moment. It's for the Higher Living brand one. So yeah.
We've had a pretty productive
Okay.
afternoon.
Yeah.
Just been making Pinterest images and whatnot for the post
Yeah, we've
for the
been...
week.
Yeah, so if you want, you can check out our Pinterest account. So here's our Pinterest page, so you can just like see all of our blog posts.
I also post a lot of minimalist style. I always get sucked into that category.
Yeah. I'm actually really enjoying Pinterest at the moment though, just for like inspiration and stuff. I never really used to bother with it before. But yeah. So we're just gonna enjoy this, keep working on our stuff, and keep editing this vlog.
Okay, so for dinner I'm prepping a chipotle sauce that I've been pretty obsessed with lately. So this is the second batch that I've ever made. But we're gonna put this through a slaw and also just basically put it on everything that we want to add a little bit more spice and flavour. So this is actually, the recipe is based on Pete Evans' aioli recipe. I think that's in his family food. I think it's a family food book. So this is basically tweaked that paleo recipe and to add some more like chipotle flavors and also some Cajun spices. So what I'm using is a couple of cloves of fresh garlic, some Dijon mustard, olive oil, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, some Cajun seasoning. This is the one I just got from Master Foods. I couldn't actually find chipotle on its own, so I had to use this little sauce, but it's very plain. It's basically just chipotle with some tomatoes, vinegar, onion, garlic, salt and spices. So I'm adding this to the aioli to give it a bit of kick, and obviously salt and pepper and eggs. So you use 4 egg yolks for this. Okay, so I'm just gonna have a taste and see if I need to tweak this at all. It's pretty good.
Thick enough?
Just deciding whether it needs a little bit more spice or not. Okay, so now that we're done with the chipotle sauce, what I like to do is just decant it into a little mason jar with one of these handy stainless steel funnels. And I keep it in the fridge for about 4 days. You would think that it would be hard to eat it all in 4 days, but we have no problems at all around here polishing it off. Yep. Okay, so then just for the slaw, we have chopped up some red cabbage, beetroot and carrot, just using the food processor. And then we're also just going to chop up a bit of parsley to put through that as well. So we're just going to chuck in our parsley. And then I'm going to use my washed hands to just toss that through. So now we're just going to drizzle over some of the chipotle sauce that we made earlier. So just going to spoon that on generously, because it's going to, if you put it on earlier, it will kind of like soften up the cabbage and it will just taste delicious. Okay, so it's time for dinner. What we're having tonight is a lamb chop. So there's actually quite a bit of bone in the middle of that. With our chipotle sauce, some roasted sweet potato, zucchini, and our slaw. Okay, so we're going to sign off here and then go and have our dinner. So if you enjoyed this kind of vlog style, what we eat in a day, please give it a thumbs up. We like to know what you guys want more of.
And otherwise, check out our blog at cultivatebeauty.com.au if you want more health tips, beauty advice and whatnot. But otherwise, that's about it for tonight. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.